Part 3. You can watch part 1 and part 2. And if you miss anything, it's all in a book I just wrote, Feasting and Fasting, What Works, What Doesn't, and Why. And it's available as a free download at our website, westsidechristianfellowship.org. So anyway, let's start. We took out of a member of our church. They're going through some health issues, so we redid their entire diet. We started with the refrigerator. So pulling out dairy, there are arguments, plant-based versus no dairy versus dairy advocates. The bottom line is, I look at it from a biblical standpoint that a little bit of dairy is allowed. If you go that route, it's good to go pasteurized. I do have goat milk, believe it or not. I drink goat milk. And then also raw dairy with cows as well, and cheese. However, I'm well aware that most people aren't going to go that route. So if you do get milk, go organic milk. It doesn't have to be fat-free. It can have a little bit of fat in it. And just have it at certain seasons. Of course, organic grass-fed turkey. You can do organic grass-fed beef. And then once you have the dairy down and the meat, then we're going to move into salads. Of course, we all know lettuce. And I usually get organic lettuce because it's free of herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. All the sprays and chemicals that go on the salad are going into our bodies if we don't get organic. And then also you want to throw things like mushrooms. Have many benefits to the body. There's a big debate, should I cook them first, should I not, because of the carcinogens. My thought is it's how God made them, and I would just eat mushrooms plain on the salad with bell pepper, onions, whatever you can think of. I'll make it real simple. Is it God-given or is it man-made? So all types of vegetables, organics, carrots, cucumbers, celery, get them on that salad, huge salad. And you can even put nuts on there, cashews, almonds, and then make your own dressing, maybe with some juice from, I don't remember what they're called now. What is it? Oh, you can't say. Okay. Well, anyway, healthy salad dressing. That's in my book, but that'll be a different thing. You got to be careful with the dressings because a lot of salad dressings, a lot of chips, a lot of crackers have refined vegetable oils. Vegetable oil has been altered. It's been changed. There's chemicals. There's processing. And then they believe that's leading to a lot of inflammation in our body. And you do start to change the way you view things. I'm 1 year away, coming 1 year away from being 50. And I didn't care at 30, at 40, yeah, but trust me, when you get older, you realize that this health is a gift from God. So anyway, if you do go chips, these types are very healthy. They're just made with basically, you have the potatoes and organic coconut oil and sea salt. That is, if you go chips, that's the best way. You want to avoid palm oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil. All those are refined oils except coconut and of course olive oil, organic cold-pressed olive oil. If you're going to go salt, Himalaya is really good. And then with that, you want to add in a lot of nuts. Sprouted is really good because the nuts are sprouting and they're giving life. You get a lot more nutrient uptake from the nuts that are sprouted. Think about it this way. If you have a piece of Captain Crunch, the food is dead. There's no life in it. Might as well eat cardboard and throw some sugar on it. It's just the body, it does nothing for the body. It's actually toxic and the body has to take time and process it, remove the chemicals. So nuts, compared to nuts and all this living food, except for the chips, of course, and the popcorn, this is living food giving life to the body. See how dark red this is? The phytochemicals in the fruit. I would add a lot of fruit into this. Strawberries, blueberries, organic again because they're not sprayed with chemicals. So deep red, the greens, the blue, all these colors are the color of life, and they give life to the body. So you're probably asking, what about junk food? Okay, well, I go with almond butter, and I choose that over organic peanut butter because it has a lot more vitamins, a lot more minerals. Fiber content is higher than in peanut butter. The best honey is Manuka honey, but I didn't have $25 for it, so we just got organic honey. You mix those, it tastes wonderful. Also, they have things out there, you don't have to zoom in on this necessarily, but if you get coconut sugar with chocolate, cocoa, and coconut sugar, and make healthy candy, healthy sweets, the bottom line is with refined sugar, refined meaning all the nutrients are pulled from it, all the coenzymes, the enzymes, the vitamins, the minerals, the cofactors, where honey is a complete sugar. So you can have 2 grams of honey, 2 grams of refined sugar, and the 2 grams of refined sugar do nothing for the body health-wise. And then a lot of nuts, different kinds of nuts, macadamia nuts, cashews, I try to go organic. I let the beans sit in water overnight, and then make my own beans. This is a big debate. If you don't do a lot of dairy, you'll do almond milk. But these you got to be careful because there's something called emulsifiers, E-M-U-L-S something, emulsifiers. And you'll see the word gum in them, G-U-M, it's not gum that you chew. These are added to add content to the almond milk and different things, oat bran milk, and they keep the milk together. They don't let the fat, like you'll see the fat rising up to the top. It prevents that from doing that. But carrageenan, soy lecithin, and different emulsifiers aren't necessarily healthy. So possibly you might want to make your own almond milk, but these will suffice. So again, moving quickly, those for coffee drinkers. I've got a whole nother video when I'm going to tell you about 2 weeks off of caffeine and how that radically changed my life. But there are things out there. Caffeine's a drug. It's not a good drug. It's like one we want to excuse, but it really messes us up. I'll talk about that later. Now these you can get these at a discount, and I'll talk in the future about how to find organic food at a low price. But we chop these up. Protein powder, plant-based protein powder, not a lot of bad things in this, pretty much nothing bad in it. I'll use the honey for the sweetener. I'll use the honey for the sweetener. I'll use the carob powder. You can even use a little bit of stevia. And I knocked this over, I'm glad I remember. This is great for steamed vegetables. It's coconut aminos garlic sauce. And all it'll have is coconut in it, garlic, sea salts, organic ginger, organic cayenne pepper, and it tastes really good. Let's see, here we go. Sauerkraut, very good. It's a probiotic, meaning it's fermented and very healthy for the gut. You're saying, okay, what about breakfast? Well, let me, before I forget, seaweed's good. Seaweed can be healthy. It's good for you if you get the right kind. Popcorn, as long as it's with coconut oil or olive oil, it's not refined. And I just bought this because I'm compromising. See, organic chocolate chip cookies. These must be wonderful. Well, you've got chocolate chips, number one, and then followed by cane sugar, and then cocoa butter, and then organic soy lecithin, remember the emulsifier, and then organic wheat flour, organic butter, and then you've got cane sugar again, and then you've got organic expeller pressed sunflower. That basically means refined oil, if I'm not mistaken. So this, it's a compromise. It's better than nothing. And before you feel like impossible, realize we try to eat 80% of the time good, and 20%, it just doesn't happen. This is what I would do for breakfast, live living food, and I put my own honey on it, maybe mix some berries with it, and same with this. And that would consist of my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some snacks in between. So we'll do a little bit more next time.